Ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious time. It is very, very hot on US President Donald Trump on the side of Venezuela. Yes, after the BRICS who are about to enter the dance, Iran is no longer in the joke. Iran decides to enter the dance and its way of entering the dance between Washington and Venezuela. But it will surprise you and it will make you laugh. And at the same time, it will encourage you. Yes, Iran is not kidding. If Iran has a tooth against you, it's for all eternity. Iran will not tolerate it. Yeah, and all the nations that you have a problem with, Iran is going to help those nations. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed a radical change in defense policy. The United States of America is in perspective. Donald Trump has asked the Pentagon to reorient its defense policy on the continental level. So now his priority is to secure the American continent. And the focus is on Venezuela, since Venezuela has a lot of wealth that America needs. Trump and America are tired of continuing to chase rivalries with China and Russia. But this time, Trump is running away from rivalries, but it's chasing him. It's chasing him all the way to his continent. I asked the question in the first video conference we hosted in relation to this news. One wonders if Russia, China, and others will not pursue Trump all the way to the American continent. But that's what we're seeing with what Iran has decided. The aid that the IRA decided to bring to Venezuela, that is Iran, decided to arm Venezuela against Washington. You can't imagine Iran is not over yet. What they did there. The IRA has it in its heart, and that's what it means to be a boy. You're hurting me, you're not going to get away with it. I will help all your enemies make you fall. That's what. Iran is using, and therefore, ladies and gentlemen, in the context of this video conference, it is, of course, this news that we are going to talk about. But before we continue, I humbly ask you to share this video conference as much as possible. Share it in all possible groups. Put a lot of like, and still don't forget, leave an opinion in the comments. Okay then. What is there to say? According to official information, we are witnessing the rise of Iranian Venezuelan military power. Iran decides to arm Venezuela, therefore the Nasir missile. It is this missile that Iran has chosen and which is a strategic asset. Iran has confirmed that its export version. Fast speedboat is now equipped with the Nazi cruise missile, and that's the missile that Iran has in Venezuela, you know? So let's talk first about this missile that Venezuela will receive to do the thing and to America, of course. So what are the characteristics of this missile? Its range is 90 kilometers, designed to neutralize any attempted amphibious invasion. Just 90 kilometers. So that means there, as they are close, Venezuela can use it. So it is a weapon designed for coastal defense, particularly adapted to closed seas and coastal areas. So it's a well thought out weapon adapted to the context of Venezuela, Iran. Iran is already going for a few days, so this is a weapon designed for coastal defense, particularly suitable for closed seas and coastal areas. So this is a clear message. Every enemy naval approach within 90 kilometers becomes a target. You got that part, you got it. Because every time it is Washington that sends warships to Venezuela, Venezuela will be after, and Venezuela will observe 90 kilometers away, and then off we go. Yes, yes. This is why the NASA missile is considered a strategic asset. So there is a military partnership between Iran Caracas, Venezuela. Iran announces its commitment to provide this type of capability not only to Venezuela, but to all independent nations threatened by Washington. Maranatha. Iran affirms its commitment to provide this type of capability. To independent nations threatened by Washington, whatever state you are, if you are threatened by Washington, Iran will deliver this to you. Iran therefore gives you Venezuela, which is regularly under American pressure, is at the top of the list. They put Venezuela at the top of the list of beneficiaries. That is to say, the first beneficiary country. We take it first with squid in a Samouraï fishery. You sit with it. You wait for the arrival of Washington when it comes. It's just on this button there, and you just press this button there, and then you wait, and then automatically the thing is done. You let the media talk about it, and when it's going to happen like that, the Ayatollah guides him, Khamenei, he will sit laughing. I tell you, world geopolitics is interesting. It's pitiful at the same time, and then it's sad. Why not take the step towards peace? We still need a world that can live in peace, where no one disturbs the other, where human beings have the possibility of living as long as possible until the moment when God will. This cooperation, I was going to say, illustrates the South-South alliance. Iran breaks isolation and offers sanctioned countries modern means of defense. In all the countries that are sanctioned, Iran will give you fewer modern defenses. So what are the geopolitical implications? And for the moment, Latin America escapes the American monopoly. Brazil gets up on the other side. The BRICS want to get in the dance. Here is Iran rising up, helping all the other nations. Iran decides to arm Venezuela. So the deployment of Iranian weapons in Venezuela challenges the old Monroe Doctrine. This is the old Monroe Doctrine that Washington controls its hemisphere. Washington no longer controls its hemisphere. Caracas, with the support of Tehran and in strong canvas, Moscow and Beijing affirm its military independence. And it opens a new strategic breach in the backyard of the United States of America. I'm telling you, it's heating up. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this was the front page of international news. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I'll be right back with some news. It was the voice of your only samurai.